All right, so now comes the fun part. It's now adding paint to this. So you're going to be using your watercolors, and be happy the fact that you have better watercolors than Mr. Robinson. But what you're going to do is you're going to pay attention to your patterns that you've inked around and do all that fine detail. You're going to be working on these for a while, so make sure that these are done well and that they show some fine tuning, and you end up with a great piece by the end of this project. And what I'm going to do for this is I want you to pay attention to areas like this hidden area. You don't want this to be too interesting, okay? So by adding in some other colors, just to kind of let that sit back in. And you want the interest to be in here. So same thing with the sole of the shoe. Sole of the shoe, you shouldn't have a ton of color in. It's probably best just to have that be a white. Yeah, you could put a little bit of color. Let's say you want to give some flash to that little ridge right there. You can do that. Okay, so you can paint a little bit of character to it. But all of the color and everything should be in here, okay? And let these areas kind of stay back. But if you notice what I'm doing here, I'm showing some volume with that. So by getting a little bit of a gradient there, it's going to make it feel like there's a shaded area. So where this top portion is getting more light, so getting more light up here, and less light down in here, kind of like it's in shadow. And that's going to give you some really cool volume. Okay. Now the end result, you could add in, let's say I added in a little bit of shadow down here. So I'll do it down here so you can see a little bit better. All right, so that red's too much. And again, I'm using much worse watercolors than you guys are. So adding in a little bit of a shadow here. So it feels like it's sitting on something. And I can dissipate that out so it has a little bit of a gradient effect. Okay. So it'll feel like it's sitting on something. And again, this is going to be your vibrant color. It's going to be a lot like what you had going on in your Zentangles before, but this time this is going to have some characters. It's going to have some symbols. It's going to express who you are. So if you have any questions, make sure that you message me. Throw a couple pictures in the Google Classroom if you are stuck on something. But we're going to be working on these for a while, so take your time and make them look good. We'll see you.